We continue our series on the Black Widow of Las Vegas. She's set to leave prison 20 years after she was convicted of murdering her millionaire husband. At the time, investigators were worried she might not face justice at all. As 13 investigative reporter Joe Bartels explains, that was until a surprise was found at the bottom of Lake Mead.
Investigators got a lot of lucky breaks in this case, and one of the clues they got came from Margaret Rudin herself. A photo of Yehuda Sharon and love letters belonging to Margaret Rudin took the murder investigation of her husband Ron Rudin in a new direction.
And I am looking forward to seeing you soon. Love, Yehuda.
In fact, she had a number of letters that she had written that could be considered love letters and photographs of Yehuda, and she had taken great care to conceal that from everyone outside of her circle. She had boxed them up and was going to have them sent to her mother back in Chicago.
Sharon, an Israeli national with dual citizenship in the U.S., appeared to be in a relationship with Margaret, a married woman. Investigators found he knew something about Ron's murder.
We spoke with Yehuda at length, and he said, "Oh, we're just friends. I did some computer work for her, and there's nothing more than that relationship." Well, we found that that was not the case at all.
Police tailed the two all the way to LAX, just days after Ron's charred remains were found. The pair seen hugging at one point. Margaret got on a plane to Chicago, but despite pressure from police, Yehuda wouldn't cop to anything.
The position at the time from the DA was that without Yehuda's testimony, we wouldn't be able to get a true bill against Margaret. We felt otherwise. We felt that we had enough evidence against, number one, Margaret, and then also against Yehuda.
Police were able to track down receipts for a van that was rented when Ron disappeared. They also thought Margaret needed help disposing of Ron's body.
He was a big man, and there was no way she could have physically taken him off of the bed, put him into this humpback trunk, and then load him into a vehicle and have it transported out to Nelson's Landing.
Yehuda was granted full immunity in exchange for flipping on Margaret. When it came time, he admitted to nothing, and it didn't help prosecutors in their case against Margaret.
In my view, it was a mistake. I think the DA didn't feel that we could have gotten any more evidence against Yehuda. We felt that we had a pretty good amount of evidence indicating that he was, number one, involved with Margaret, had an affair with her, and was directly involved with disposal of the body. And we had evidence to substantiate all of that.
Investigators still didn't have a solid case to arrest Margaret for murder. That wasn't until a surprise discovery by a diver at Lake Mead, a gun wrapped in plastic bags. It turns out it was reported missing by Ron Rudin. The gun disappeared just after he married Margaret and she moved into his home. Police tested it and matched the bullets with the ones found in Ron's skull. It was the murder weapon they had been searching for. Margaret Rudin was indicted on murder charges, but she took off and spent more than 2 years on the run evading police. She was a fugitive from the law. Tonight at 11, we walk you through her years on the run and how she was finally tracked down. Joe Bartels, 13 Investigates.